Let's see.
Hello, 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 everyone.
Hey, hello.
Hello.
Welcome
Welcome.
back. Welcome back.
See, we got Jacqueline, got
Hi.
Freaking
Ardich.
chats.
Nice to see you. Surya Pal, did I say right? How
Yeah,
is
great.
Yes.
How are you, Billy?
I'm well, I'm well. Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
Getting Jenny in there. Wow.
Suri, we got Suri in here. Jenny just popped
Sure.
in. Awesome.
Popping in. What up, Jenny? How are you?
Good.
It's been a while.
It's been a while, correct? It's been a while.
We need some music before everybody pops on. Jim had some music earlier.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Let me see. Let me see what I can pop up with. I got this
That's
table
got
just
some
full of
rap
this
going on.
electronics.
Yeah.
About that.
All right. I like it.
Well,
Suryapal, where are you from? You want to do a little intro while we wait?
Yeah,
huh?
okay. So this is my second virtual visit with you guys.
It's
I
18
I
hours.
met with Hugo Cabrera from Private Lender.
That's right. With Hugo. Okay.
Yeah. So I remember like when he was like hosting, he was a guest speaker with you guys. Then I joined, and this is second time I'm joining. And my full name is Surya Prakash Pal. I'm from India. I
Awesome.
work from India. Still, I'm from I mean, I'm in India, so
Love
it
it.
is really amazing. Yeah, I mean, I'm connected with you all guys, and I see all the messages, and really exciting what you guys doing. And I always love to join, So whenever getting a chance, then joining you guys. So yeah.
I love it. Love it. And what time is it there in India right now?
Oh, so it's pretty late actually. It's 3:30 a.m. It's so
3:30 a.m.
8 a.m. and you're
it,
joining us. This is amazing.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
it
that
is.
is.
Oh, we appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for being with us here, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me just copy the link for the people who are needing the link.
Yes.
Then
Sounds
follow.
fun.
Uh,
So the joke is that every time we try to get on, I'm the one that always has a problem getting on the podcast. So you see me going back, Julie, I need to get back on. She's like, but you are on. Yeah, but I can't see you, I can't hear you, I can just see the pretty face, but I can't see nothing else. So I gotta completely disconnect. She sends me a link and then on we come. And so she's like for the people who really needs the link.
I'm just dropping it in a couple more and we'll wait a little bit. Um, Jacqueline, where are you from, Jacqueline?
Hi, everyone. I live in a plantation, and yeah, plantation, Florida. I don't know where you guys are located, but I was just on my WhatsApp today,
Hmm.
scrolling down the rain, the real estate women of
Yes,
Florida,
yes,
and I
yes.
saw your post. I'm like, what? I need so much help on that in this area. This is amazing. So I'm
See,
very grateful that I'm able to participate and learn some stuff here with you guys. I'm a part of another group, and they challenged. It was 26 of us this weekend. They challenged us to post on social media and Instagram
awesome.
from now until the 31st, several videos, and I'm like, okay, what am I gonna talk about? I need
That's
help.
great. That's great. I'm in Sunrise and Jenny's in Sunrise as well, so we're close.
Oh,
And I'm
cool.
part of Reen as well. So welcome, welcome.
And I'm in Hollandale. I'm actually going to be in your neck of the neighborhoods early tomorrow morning. I got to be on Peters Road tomorrow, so I'm trying to get there by 9 a.m. and trying to get in and get back out as fast as I can because I got my day booked tomorrow. So just trying to get that up and going fast.
Awesome, awesome. And Moses, thanks for joining us. How you been? Haven't seen you in a bit. Of course, I haven't been on, so
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Doing well, doing well.
Yeah, I'm in
Andy's
Homestead,
here.
Your homestead? Okay, cool, cool, cool.
Homestead, Florida. Yeah.
Awesome. And we got Ellie on. Ellie, what's up?
Andy's here.
Hello, hello. How are you? Good afternoon. Pleasure to
Good.
be here.
Thank you, thank
Hey,
you.
Ellie.
How are you?
I'm good. I am good. Missing you guys terribly.
Yeah.
Back to schedule.
Yeah, back to schedule, back to our regular normal schedule,
Right?
which is everywhere, basically.
Yeah. He knows when he runs with me, it's everywhere. I'm like, we missed you. We thought about you for like 2 seconds and then we just had a drink. And we're like, oh,
And then,
you couldn't
hey,
be
this
there.
is for him. 2 seconds, boom, off to the next party.
That's right. That's right.
That's awesome. As long as you guys have fun, look, that's all that matters, really.
We did. All
It
right.
was pretty nice. I like the video. I like the videos and the pictures over there, and live. That was mom and pop. They were just amazing. They look really,
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah. So we just celebrated my mom and dad's 50th wedding anniversary in Trinidad. So we were there and we did live, and Fatima and Elizabeth were there with me in Trinidad. So we had an awesome time. We missed Edwin. He had to stay back and work, quote unquote,
And
work.
so I get it all the time from the girls. That's why I can't do it without them.
Yeah. So anywho, we got a few people straggling in. We'll go ahead and get started. So welcome
Yeah.
everyone to Dropping Jewels. We're so excited to have you. Edwin and I, it's been a while. I think we've had this on pause for a little bit. So we're super excited to get back in the swing of things and to bring everyone value. And we're so super pumped to have God's Heritage with us. He's an expert, marketing expert. Edwin is going to go into more in the bio, but I am so thankful to have him here and for us in something that's so needed, social media. We all need this. So welcome, welcome, God's Heritage. Thank you so much for being here. And I'm going to pass it to Edwin so he can do your full bio. I know he's got like probably a long thing. I'm short and sweet. So Edwin, take it away. Heather, so great to see you.
Guys, welcome back. Like Julie said, it's been a while. We had to put this on pause. We have so much in our hands and our plates that we had to take care of. For those who have followed us, we had the Dubai, which was amazing, a great experience. And along the way, we had so much more other projects happening. And grateful to get back on the saddle and bring you guys some new and more freshly talents. Not that the ones before weren't talented enough, but they're here. And so let me move on to our guest. I would like Julie said, I've got a bio on him, but in order to explain this bio, I rather hear it from the horse's mouth, if you will, right? Just bring the guest up here and let him give you his history, because his history is very enlightening, very challenging, but at the same time, very rewarding, with a lot of blessings in the mix of it all. So guys, help me welcome Heritage to up here. Heritage, if you're there, my guy, come on up.
Woohoo! Well, drum roll, and you got everything behind you. Just imagine it.
Awesome.
Yes.
1000%.
There he is.
Can you
How
hear
you
me?
doing, Heritage?
I'm wonderful, my friend. How about you?
It's man, it's been a blessing. You and me spoke earlier, and these events like this has been a while because we've had so much in the works, but to be able to get back into the saddle and bring talent where talent is recognized, such as yourself, man, this alone is a blessing. So fortunate enough to say grateful. Yes.
Awesome. No, thank you so much for having me. And hi, Jules. Thank you so much for having me as well.
Of course, it's a pleasure.
So, Harry, let's get into something real quick. I'm very interested in your background. There's a specific reason behind it, right? And so, why don't you tell us where you're from? How did you get started on your first venture? From where you're from to the idea into creating your first venture itself. I need to know that part. How did you grow up? Where you're from? And then how you kicked off your first venture there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Once again, thank you so much for having me, sir. I really appreciate you all here. And hi, everybody. My name is Heritage. If I have not had the pleasure of meeting you, I see my friends. I see Heather. I see Heather is the only person I could recognize here. There's so many people on my screens right now. But also, when I was 14 years old is when all this started, I believe. So when I was 14 years old, I started what I call a business. I say that way because some people say it's not a business because it was never registered. But the way I see things is I had a product, okay?
Right.
I had a marketing, it was word of mouth, okay?
Right.
But I bought a raw material, okay? And I used the raw material to make a finished product, okay? And I sold it. So
Okay.
it was the business. So at 14
So
years,
yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
at 14 years old, I made my first business, and that was kind of a bracelet making business of some sort. So I would buy twines for like $100. And this was back in Nigeria. The currency is naira for those of us that don't know. So I would buy twines for 100 naira, like a pack of them. And I would use those twines to interweave them, like to weave them into bracelets, just like these. But I mean, not exactly like these, but like these looking. And I would
Right.
sell them to people for 100 naira. So I would buy a pack for 100 naira. From a pack, I'll get like 10 of them. I'll get 10 bracelets from one pack. And I'll sell one bracelet for 100 naira. So from 100 naira, I was able to go to investment to 1,000 naira. That was a very high markup. And I sold. I sold so much. I sold so much. And that was my first business. So I think that's like, is that like 80% margin? Or no, that's like 90% margin if I'm getting the math correct.
Wow.
Right. 90. Yeah.
Awesome business. I had such a good.
So I need to ask you. There's a reason why I'm asking you this. You're from Nigeria. You started your first business doing that out of all things in the world, right? You scaled it almost 90%, right? Who taught you this? How who taught you the idea of getting into business at 14 years old?
So no one taught me per se, but I would say I looked around and I observed. So my parents are business people. My dad has never had a job for a day in his life. I don't think he'd ever get a job. Nobody want to hire that kind of guy. But he was always business in tune from when he was 16 years old. So I would always look at him, and now he has skilled on operations and multi-millions of naira back in Nigeria. So he was always the inspiration for me to see and try to model in my life.
Gotcha. And
Got
so now the reason I'm asking you this is because if at 14 you managed to do this, right? And for some people, they don't understand the difference between scaling at 90% from 100 to 1,000 in nine money, right? But it's just the fact that at 14 years old, you did this. It is safe to say that anybody with a desire for any type of business is going to be able to want to take something and scale it, right? I.e., in your case, those bracelets, right? And so it wasn't something that you just bought. Obviously, you just finished saying you had to create this thing, you had to make it, and then you had to scale it, and then next thing you know, you're making more, and now you're scaling the profit on this thing, and all this at 14. And I'm pretty sure you had some advice from your mom or your dad, or in my case, like my dad would say, boy, why don't you mark up this a little bit more and add another 25 cents and stop asking me for a quarter so you can get a lollipop or something like that, right? Somebody giving you some advice to get up there at 14 to do this, right? Which now brings me to the other four ventures you created along the way.
It's really a journey, my friend. It's really a journey. So from there, when I was a bit older, I think 16, I then started a new agency to help business owners make websites because that was when the entire websites digital land space in Nigeria was evolving.
Right.
So I had a business to help business owners make websites. So I started doing that, but I ran into a snag. I ran into a snag when this was my fourth sale. I had made hundreds of thousands of naira, but I had no contract. So this one lady, she messed me up. And then I did work for her. She didn't pay. I told my parents, it was this whole case. But ended up in Heritage, shut down this business, move on. Because
Did you actually go to school to learn how to do this?
no,
So you
How did you
just started
learn?
creating websites without having to go to school?
yes.
How did you
Wow.
learn it? Like, did you just pick it up on YouTube University, or that was not a thing? And tell us,
Sounds so cliche, but yes, YouTube University.
yeah.
YouTube University.
And so now we're going to, this is venture number two, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so we're already so far, we've done the bracelets, self-taught. We've done creating websites,
Yes.
self-taught, right? Okay, now take me into venture number three.
Venture number three was when I was 19 years old. At 19 years old, I started a business with my camera, and that was a photography business. Because back in Nigeria, my uncle was a media expert, and he would always play around with cameras, these nice gadgets, and I'll look at him and I'll be like, "How do you do this?" So one day for my birthday, he gifted me one of his cameras, and I took it to my church the next Sunday. I started taking pictures of other people, and with time, I became better, and eventually, people would come to me and say, "Heritage, can you take pictures of me?" And I would say yes for 1,000 naira. And once again, that was a good business I was able to scale up, but I never really started until I was 19 years old. When I was 19 years old, I opened my first LLC for my first officially registered business. So that was my third business, photography.
Okay. Any marketing in these three ventures so far? Did you do any marketing in these three?
Yes. My first business was more word of mouth and cold outreach, but it was cold outreach in terms of going to meet random people in my church saying, "Hey, I make these nice bracelets. You want to buy them?" I
But this
learned,
is now at 14 years old.
yes, back to 14 years old. So flashback 14
Okay.
years old. I learned the skill in my school, and every single person in my school were selling bracelets. So that market was dominated. So I said, if I were to come to this business, I would not succeed if I sell to the exact same audience. So I had to shift mine to church because that was an audience that was not dominated yet. So I was the only person in my church selling these bracelets. So I sold it for a good price.
Okay. So now, and then did we market? Did you do marketing for the websites when you started that?
Yes, word of mouth.
Word of mouth. Did we do the marketing when you started doing your photography?
Yes. That was the first
Okay.
time I was introduced to social media.
Okay. So here we have three businesses in 5 years between the age of 14 and 19. And
Yeah.
all three of them were self-taught, and all three of them was marketing, right? Word
Yes.
of mouth, however you want. Let's just talk word of mouth for a second. Word of mouth to word of mouth to word of mouth, that alone takes you very far, right? So
Mm-hmm.
at 14 years old, you have no idea of business. You're doing bracelets, word of mouth, because that dominated it. Great, awesome. Then you have um, the website, which is this is now we start getting into people need websites to for their LLCs for the businesses. They need it. They need it. If you do a great job, that word of mouth gets around. Now we start adding photography into this, right? All within 5 years at 19. Now,
Yeah.
do me a favor, take me into venture number four.
Venture number four was when I was in the United States, and that was real estate. So, more context, I just finished college 3 months ago, and my dream all through college was to buy one house before I finished college. That was super hard. It was super hard because I'm not from here, being international. I talked to brokers, they would say, "Oh, you're not from the States, you don't have your citizenship, will not give you any loans, blase, blase, blase." So my fourth business was a real estate business where I would buy ugly properties and make them look nice and rent it out to people for a profit. That was my fourth business. And I started that in college, and I was able to buy two properties while in college on that business.
And okay, so now did you actually is this self-taught or did you have to go through school to learn how to do this?
So actually, Pace Morby, shout out Pace Morby. If you ever see this, it saved my life. I watched during my internship on random day. I watched a video of Pace Morby because I would always search how can I buy properties without having money, without being a citizen, and all these other quirks. So I then searched for all those things on YouTube, and suddenly, like magically, Pace Morby's YouTube came on board, and I said, "Who the heck is this guy?" Because it was telling me, "Hey, do you want to buy a property without cash?" Like he was literally speaking to me through YouTube, through social media. So he spoke to me, and I started learning more of his content. I watched hours of his content on YouTube, and he then taught me every single thing I knew to close on my first property. And then I just kept looking for Pierce Morby everywhere, and then I found him everywhere else.
Can I ask how old were you when you did this on your
I
first property?
I was 20 years old.
20 years old. Okay, so now we're going on venture number four, 6 years, from 14 to 20, right? And the fourth one, we can credit this one to Pace because now we're talking about an educator, somebody that he's not only just growing the community, but he's growing the minds of every single one of us, so we could be W-2 free, right? And then in the interim of that, we get to bring our family here, everybody that's here today, and everybody that's going to be watching this moving forward, right? So that's venture number 4, self-taught. You've already by now you've fix and flip one home, and you bought 2 more during college, right?
Yes.
Okay, now do me a favor, run me into venture number 5.
Venture number 5.
Oh, and
This,
I'm sorry, before we go into 5, did you do any marketing for 4?
yes. So I did heavy cold calls. So that was more of cold outreach to people that did not know me. I did that for a long, long time. And then I also did organic content. So I was doing these rehabs, I was making these messes, I was making these mistakes. And one thing that just got to me was heritage. How about you document these things to other people for them to learn? More
Right.
context. My first property, I made a very, very dumb mistake. My dumb mistake was I bought the property without knowing if it had a roof or not.
Mm.
Hence, it never had a roof. There were, there were no roof shingles. It was barely a plastic
What?
entire house. I know. I was dumb.
Oh my God.
So I made videos about those kind of things. I made a series called "The Top 5 Mistakes I Bought Purchasing My First Property." So that was my organic content, and that got me like so many leads. That got me 5 new leads for 5 new deals that I was able to wholesale.
Okay. And now the results to that, what did that get you?
Yes.
Meaning, I guess my question to that would be, what did that get you as far as partnerships, people asking questions, people wanting to JV with you? What did that bring you? You putting that out there, what did that bring in return?
So firstly, that brought me a lot of clowning. A lot of people laughed at me. A lot of people else be like, no way you did that, boy. Now you learn. But a lot of people that were my age mates as well, they also laughed at me. But that exact same time started building my credibility because the average first-time home buyer in this country is 38 years old. So this
Right.
kid at 20 years old says he has the guts to buy a property. So
Right.
that opens so many opportunities in terms of new followers, new people that like my content, new friends that I made off of just Instagram. And then that also brought me a couple of leads on TikTok. So I would post on Instagram, TikTok, X, Threads, everywhere at the exact same time. So a couple of wholesalers on TikTok reached out to me and they're like, hey, I see you're buying in Baltimore. That is probably what trying to dispo. At the exact same time, I was already in the space, so I knew guys that are buying properties. I simply made a connection and I got some wholesale fees.
Very good. Very good. Now, take me into venture 5.
Nice. So venture 5 is what I do right now. And it's more of a combination of every single thing I've been doing for the past 6, 7, 8 years. So
Exactly. Okay.
venture 5 is a media and marketing company that helps entrepreneurs brand themselves and brand their events on social media to get them growth and sales. So it's a marketing company that focuses on marketing through social media. So all the businesses that I've started, marketing has been a huge part in every single one of them. And every single skill I've learned, the things that I've done right, the things that I've done super, super wrong, are all the things that I've added together into one umbrella.
I love that.
Okay.
I love that. Quick question there as I interject. So this is what we're going to talk about today, how to sell on social media. So
Yes.
Heritage, we're going to let you take it away. The floor is yours. Let's get into it.
Yep.
Awesome.
So now we've got and you're what age now?
Now I'm 21 years old.
21. So in 7 years, right? 7 years, you did 5 ventures. All 5 ventures, none of them has been negative. It's all been scaling with marketing, word of mouth to today to where you are tonight or to this very moment, right? And
Mhm.
so the first question for you, and it's simple yes or no, can anybody with no experience do what you're doing?
Yes.
That's always been the biggest problem because you hear people say, "Oh, I don't know, I can't do this, I can't do that." But one of the things you said, I watched YouTube to see how I can do this, and this worked out. Today, here you are. So
Right.
now, take for example, use me for example, use Julie or something. I have business I'm trying to I want to start selling a business. I got 0 followers. How do I go from somebody watching me set up this business, putting this content out there? I want Julie, I want Suri, Ellie, Dawn, Jacqueline, Heather. I want everybody to see what I have. How do I put this out there and then beyond see what exactly I'm doing? How do I scale those numbers?
So there is the easy way and there is the hard way, is what I tell people. I tell people that the easy way is not always the best way because the easy way guarantees a hard result.
Mm-hmm.
But the hard way involves more effort, and people are scared to put in more effort. But the hard way guarantees the best results. So the easy way is go to every single property you own, go to every single business you own. In that specific business, just take pictures of you drinking your latte in the morning and post on your story saying, "Good morning, I'm up and grateful, working on my business today. If you want to buy a house, DM me the word house."
Right. And so, and help me out here because I understand the rhythm, but for some people that don't understand, that only says, well, hey, I'm having a great day. I'm having a cup of coffee. Here I am. You want to buy a house?
Yeah,
DM me.
yeah.
Now you start getting people's attention. At the same time, you start talking about your previous videos where you say, hey, these are the mistakes I made buying the house. That backs up your theory.
Yeah.
So talk to me about my profile. I need to make my IG, my Facebook, my whatever profile stick out for this.
Well,
Tell
before
me
we
what
get
you
into
would do.
that, let's Heritage, what did you have prepared? So let him get into what he was going to cover,
Yes.
and then he can do an example of a profile. How's that? Does that work better for you, Heritage? Just cover, or it doesn't matter.
So I mean the questions work wonderful. Questions work wonderful. So in more context, when it comes to selling on social media, I tell people that before you sell, you have to give value first. So if your purpose is to make money on social media, that's nice. I brought some props. I brought some props to just demonstrate my examples. If that's your purpose, that's a good purpose. Everybody's purpose is to make money. But what value do you give to the world? So
Right.
when I made my first series on social media, being vulnerable, telling people about the mistakes I made when buying my first property. That was me giving value to people because guess what? A 17-year-old or 18-year-old that looks up to me will look at this video and say, oh, okay, next time before I buy a house, I definitely need to check the roof. Let me not be like Heritage.
Right.
The exact same to other people as well. So the very first step is to give value. So to answer a question on how to brand yourself on your social media profile to attract the most opportunities, there are two main things when it comes to selling on social media. Okay. And this is when people might want to take notes. Two main things. The first main thing is the attraction system. The attraction system is what brings people to your profile. So earlier on, Julie, you mentioned content. So the
Mhm.
kind of content you post attract people to your profile because if you don't post content, how would I ever see your face?
Right.
The attraction system, the first part. But without the second part, the first part is it's damn near useless because the second part is the conversion system.
Mm.
Because our goal is not to get videos that have 500 million views or 200 million views or 10,000 million views. Okay, that's not a word. Our goal is to have our audience convert into paying clients. And for that to happen,
Right.
the conversion system has to be solid, has to be uptight. And the conversion system, in my own opinion, is one of the most important systems, if not even more important than the first one. So the conversion system goes over how to optimize your entire profile to frame yourself as the expert in your space so you can attract the big opportunity you're looking for.
I love
Beautiful.
love that.
Beautiful. That was very well said. That was very well said. Walk me through a scenario where I am building this right now. I have a brand. It's there. Um, I know we have somebody here. I think it was Jacqueline who said she wanted to know how to do hers. Where she's struggling a little bit and wanted to kind of lift up her profile, if you will, right? Walk
Mhm.
me through a scenario where you take me. I have my business, and now I need to start putting reels. I need to start doing videos. I need to make my profile presentable for somebody to say, you saw my reel, here's my profile. Make it look where you can say, okay, let me reach out to you, right? Because like you said, we don't want I mean, yeah, we do want the followers, but we want to turn them into customers.
Of course.
So I want to turn Jacqueline into a customer. How do I attract her to my profile?
Of course. So I will give you tactical steps to get that done. And I will do this in 5 different steps. For best understanding to people, I think it's best I share my screen. Am I allowed to do that?
Of course.
Absolutely.
Awesome. So let me prepare this. Let me get this ready. Give me un momentos.
Un momentos.
I just love that word. Did I say it right?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, I love Spanish. It's a beautiful language.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, my screen is being shared now. If you can see my screen, say amen.
Amen.
Awesome. Okay. So this is in 5 main parts, and I'll go through each part on this call today. For those of us that don't follow me, this is my Instagram. Fun fact, if you search the word billionaire, my name comes up. I'm not a billionaire, but it just comes up. Nice.
Ironic.
Love
Yes.
them. Yes.
Yes. So the entire point of social media is to convert our audiences into paying clients. And the best way to do that is to show them so much proof that you are who you say you are, that it's undeniable and makes no sense for them not to want to work with you. I know that was a lot, and I have a deep accent, so I'll say that one more time. The main purpose through social media is to show people so much proof that you are who you say you freaking are, such that they want to work with you. So
Very well said.
if
Yes.
these 5 things are done, you'll be able to show way more proof and attract way more opportunities. Before I go into the 5 things, this is a personal testimony for me. I reached out to a friend she's now a friend of mine. She's a massive, massive voice in this community. So massive that Pace is bringing her on board to speak in Squad Up Summit 2026. She's that massive. Very, very busy, millions of dollars on assets under management, super, super, super high level person. I reached out to her on Instagram one random day saying, "Hi, Ria." Oh, I said her name out. Hi, I know you're some. I didn't say her name. Hi, I know you're some too. All these things. I'd like to connect with you. And then she responded to me saying, "Hey, sure, someone to call." Someone that I'd never talked to before talked to me for an hour. And then towards the end of the call, I asked her, "I'm sure you get 1,000 messages a day because it's simple. Like once you're at the high level, you attract all these things." And then she responded to me that I get 1,000 messages a day, Chewy, but I saw your profile and I just knew you were the right person to talk to. Hence, I made it. So such that every single person here gets all these kind of opportunities. There are 5 main things you have to do. Okay. And now is when I want to take notes. Number 1 main thing is to have a scientific profile picture. A scientific profile picture. This is a profile picture that is scientific. It's scientific because it conveys a message with the entire outlay. A scientific profile picture is a picture of your face showing 80% of your face. Okay. If you have nice arms like me, don't show your arms. If you have nice outfits, the purpose is to show your face, not Pace's face, not Jamil's face, not your husband, your daughter, your sister, your face. I've seen many people in this community take pictures with themselves and Pace and Jamil and post that as their profile picture. No, guys, this is your profile, not Pace's. I love you, Pace, by the way. Okay. Very first step is to have a scientific profile picture. To get a scientific profile picture, you take a picture of yourself, around 70 to 80% of it, and now change the background color. The background color is important because this conveys different emotions. The exact same when people see green, they feel calm, they feel natural. The exact same people see purple, they feel a kind of way. They see red, they feel scared. Like, do we relate to that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
very true.
exactly. So the background color is important because this is why I explain things. I say choose a color that you want to communicate a message towards your ideal clientele, your ideal lead, your ideal audience. So there is one resource that I always use. I 1000% recommend this. And this one resource is colorpsychology.org. Colorpsychology.org. It's a banger resource. If someone could put this on the chat, that would be awesome. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Colorpsychology.org. It's a banger resource because this goes deeper. This is the most in-depth platform on this entire World Wide Web that goes in deep into the psychology of different colors. So don't pick the color that relates to you. If your favorite color is pink, don't pick pink. Pick the color that you think would relate the most to your ideal audience. Okay?
Okay.
Why are
I
you
mean,
picking on me, Heritage? You know I
not at all, not at all.
would.
Yeah, no, no. I mean, if you have a studio that invites people over for Pilates, then you might want to pick pink because pink might relate to that kind of audience. But it's up to you. This is a good resource. You want us to get value from this. If someone could put this in the chat, I would be eternally grateful.
It's there. I put it.
Awesome.
Hey,
So
Heritage,
Check
before
it.
we continue, can we agree that the color should be according to what your business model is?
business model.
Yeah. Like
Mm,
if you're doing, I don't know, let's say you're doing MMA, that would not be blue. I think so. I think that would be like black or something, right?
Is that boxing?
Yeah, that's like UFC fight.
Yeah, if it's a UFC fight, the ideal audiences, I do not think they would appeal to blue. They
Right.
will most likely appeal to black or red.
And
So
so that will be it. The colors will be according to the business model that you're promoting.
exactly, yes. Yes.
Okay.
So that's the very
And before you continue, real quick, guys, I know you have questions. Please just take the notes now. We're gonna open up soon here for Q&A for you guys. Okay, so we haven't forgot you. All right, so
awesome.
we will open it up.
Awesome.
Go ahead,
Awesome.
Heritage.
Nice. So the second thing, and once again, these things are for Instagram specifically. They're not for Instagram specifically. They work across all platforms. But I use Instagram because that's where the majority of people that are in this niche focus on. So next thing is your name. Your name on social media is not just your name. It has to be your name with your industry and what exactly you do, and or what exactly you do. For example, now, if Julie is a fix and flipper, her name on here should be Julie and last name with fix and flipper. And this is really good because it helps something called the SEO on Instagram. That's search engine optimization, such that if I search here for, let's say, a creative financing, a creative investor, I wonder who comes up. Jordan Rice.
Jordan.
Yes. Wouldn't it be so nice if your ideal clients could search lender and your name comes up?
Yes.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
But so case in point is the next thing is your name. Your name is not just your name, it has to be your name with what you do or your niche or how you want people to find you. Okay, so I think that's specific explanatory. Moving on. The third thing is your bio. You need to have something I call a magnetic bio. And the magnetic bio, this is probably the most important one because a magnetic bio deduces what you do to people in less than 5 seconds, such that a random person could come to your profile and understand what you do exactly and know how to work with you within 5 seconds. If you're all with me, say hi. Say hi in the chat. If you're here, say hi in the chat. Nice. I really cannot see the chat, so I hope you're all saying hi. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. So magnetic bio consists of four main things. I know this is so much information, guys, but I promise you it's super important if you're looking to grow and sell and make some money like this. Hopefully, no money like this is fake money, but make money on Instagram.
Nice.
So magnetic bio consists of four main things, and the first line should be who you serve. If you serve investors, I help investors. If you serve people that are going through probate, I help Does that make sense?
Yes.
First line is who you serve. Second line is what you do. Who you serve, what you do. Third line should be a cool statistic or a cool metric. And if you don't
Now,
have that,
what do you mean by that?
so for example, now we have people that are in this community with $10 million assets under management, or people that have helped 5,000 people buy their first houses,
Mm-hmm.
or people that have done 500 creative finance deals. So a cool metric is there because it helps you build more status, build more credibility. And if you don't have that, it's completely fine. Or if you don't think it's relevant, it's completely fine. Just simply leave it out. For me now, back in college, my cool metric was I made up to $100,000 in just creative hackathons. By creative hackathons, I mean I would go on there, I'll go to different places, different schools. I'll write code for 24 hours, and the best person wins, the best team wins. So I made $100,000 from that, but it doesn't apply to this. So if you don't have a cool statistic, leave it out. The fourth line should be a call to action. For example, if your goal is to get people to book calls with you for opportunities, your goal is to get people to send you leads, that's the call to action. It could be DM me money if you need money, if you need lending, if you need funding. That makes more sense. So that's the 4 lines. Number 1, who you serve. Number 2, what you do. Number 3, cool statistic or cool metric. Number 4, call to action. Okay.
Okay.
And the next thing along with that is put one link in your bio. One link, not 4 or 5 links. It doesn't work anymore. It's not 2018. One link to your one offer. If you have multiple offers, that's completely fine. I'll get to you in a minute. But one link to your main offer. If you have multiple and you're finding it hard to choose the one that makes you the most money. Capiche? Okay? One link to your one offer. It could be your funnel, it could be your VSL, it could be your calendar, it could be your Blink. It's not the most effective. Genuinely, I wouldn't do Blink. But if you want to use Blink, cup of tea. So that is a magnetic bio. And I'll give you some examples right now. Who can guess what I do from seeing my profile? Or who can't guess what I do? Okay, awesome. Let me search for this one profile. I always use an example. Who can guess what Chris does? No offense, Chris, I love you. But who can guess what Chris does? Chris could be the best. Chris could be the bestest at what he does. It could be the best investor, own like $5 billion assets under management, super experienced, super credible. If I see him, I'll be skeptical to work with him. And guess what? Billions of people are on Instagram. Billions. You're looking for customers, they're here. This is where they are. This is where they are. So don't be like Chris, guys. Once again, Chris, I love you. Okay. Those are the 3 main things. Profile picture, having a scientific profile picture, working on an optimized name, and the magnetic bio. And then we go into more intricate things. We have 2 more things. I know we're running out of time right now. I'll try to rush things up. But I know, once again, guys, I promised this would be so much value. So hang on. Number four thing that is also there is optimized highlights. Guys, remember, the goal of social media is to have people know, like, and trust you at scale. So how better to show that you know what you're doing than showing proof? So if we're a lender, you should have a lending highlights. If you're a fix and flipper, you should have a fix and flipping highlights where you show the things that you're doing on a day-to-day basis. So the very first, there are 3 main highlights every single business owner should have. I know I have 5. I'll get into it why later. But there are 3 main highlights. Number 1 highlight is the FAQs. This is the frequently asked questions that your ideal clients are asking you every single time. So if you go to my FAQs, very, very simple carousel. Question 1, What if I hate how I look or sound on camera? Very simple. Question, answer. Question, answer. Question, answer. Guys, this is not complicated, guys. This really, really is not. So people are asking and answering all these questions even before they reach out to you. If you're a lender, it could be how fast can you fund the deal? Okay. If you're a land developer, it could be what's your buy box? If you're an investor, it could be what's your buy box. If you're a lender, it could be what's your lend box. If you're a TC, it could be what's your file to close period or things like that. Okay. Very, very important. FAQs. This answers questions even before they ask you. So when you're on the sales call, all these things are already handled. Okay. It's no longer an objection. Number 2 is client wins or client testimonials or some sort of proof. And this is best for service-based businesses, but it applies everywhere. Let's say you're a transaction coordinator, for example, now, and I've worked with Julie, I've worked with Jenny, I've worked with Edwin. Why not get proofs and testimonials from all these people and post that on story and turn that into a highlight? Such that if someone asks you heritage, I'm skeptical of referring my friends to you because I don't really know who you are. Send me pictures of tell me your refer, tell me who said you did a good job. Completely fine. Check my Instagram. Because if you check my Instagram, you see,
Wow.
I mean, these are client wins. My testimonials are here, actually. So actually, testimonials they're in the pinned videos. We'll get here later in a little bit, but I'm also working on putting this here as well. This needs to be in both places. This is more proof. But once again, guys, we'll get here later. Number 3 is deals. And deals varies for different kinds of business owners. If you're a land developer, deals would be the land deals you do. Things like if you're a lender, deals could be the deals you fund. When you fund a deal to someone, take a screenshot and post on your story. I just funded Pace Morby $200,000 for his next project. Post it on there so people will see proof that you do what you do. Okay. If you go to Chris now and I tell you Chris, I tell you that Chris is the best. If I tell you Chris is the best land developer in this world, and you've never met Chris for a day in your life, would you believe me?
No, I guess not.
Imagine if Chris had multiple land deals he has funded before as proofs on his Instagram. Would you believe him 1% more? The answer
Yeah.
is
Yes.
so. Number 3 is deals, and deals could be different. If you're a TC, it could be your active deals. Take screenshot, take pictures, ask for testimonials, and post them more. You can never have too many testimonials. A mentor of mine, Alex Mosey, he said, sales is so simple because all you have to do is just show proof. If I come to a stage and show 50 people that have done work with me before, slide 1, testimonial. Harry did a very good job. Slide 2, testimonial, very good job. 3, testimonial, very good job. 4, 5, 50 of them. And I said, who wants to buy? Everybody wants to buy then. But guys, show proof. So after those 3 pin posts, you can have 2 posts of your random choosing. Okay. This is more random, but I get bonus points if it's more catered towards your business. For me, I like going to the gym. So I have a gym carousel where I post my workout updates. So if anybody likes going to the gym, I could connect with them on a personal level because they look at me and say, "Oh, this guy goes to the gym." We could definitely talk about that. Okay, so if you like cooking, put cooking as a carousel here. If you like dancing, put dancing as a carousel. And also I'm very busy. I literally show this to people because people say, "Are you really busy? Do you do all these things?" I really do all these things. I'm either making content, going to the gym, I'm studying, I'm getting on calls, I'm traveling, I'm reading books, I'm running, I'm talking in summit, I'm doing work with my team, I'm waking up at 6 a.m., I'm going to Dallas, I'm seeing nice cars, I'm going to Miami, I'm meeting Fabio Lamborghini. I'm in a Lamborghini Miami. I'm testing out my dream car. I'm in Trump National Durham in Miami. So I'm a really busy person. So these other two highlights after the 3 main highlights are really up to you. But maximum I recommend have 7. So for the people here that do so many things, you do land, you have a lending business, you have a fix and flip business. This is where you can prioritize highlights and post about each single venture to your maximum. So have a highlight for every venture you do, and then you could go crazy on that. Okay. The last thing, I know, guys, it's been so much information. I promised that I would give you so much information that it feels crazy. But the last thing are your 3 pinned posts. So who has noticed that I've not said a word about making content yet?
Not yet. You haven't.
Because it's more than making content.
Yeah.
It's more than making content. Don't get me wrong, content is important. That brings people into the door. But they need to see these things for you to get massive opportunities, for you to get people DMing you left, right, center. You need to have all these things in place because marketing right now is mainly through social media. Your billboards don't work anymore. Your radio shout outs don't work anymore. What works right now is social media. So the next thing to further buttress the things I've been saying all through today, which is show proof, show evidence, and show relatability, are your 3 pinned posts. Your 3 pinned post. Your 3 pinned post is important because when anybody comes to your content, okay, this is when we're getting to content now. That's the first thing they see. I'll give you some very quick don'ts before I dig deep into each one. Some very quick don'ts is don't post pictures of your cat, your dog, your aunties, your uncles, your sisters. As a business owner branding their Instagram for their business, you cannot be posting all this in your 3 pinned post because you are leaving so much real estate on the table. Okay? Okay. Don't post your most viral videos. If you have videos that have gotten 200 million views, 10 million views, 20 million views, unless that viral video is perpendicularly attached to your business, don't pin that. What you want to pin are 3 main things that are guaranteed to build so much trust that it's crazy to not work with you. The first thing is client testimonials. Imagine someone is on the fence about working with me, but they come to my profile and they see all these testimonials. They see people giving me shout outs. They see people saying we did an exceptional work. You see other people giving me shout outs. You see all these testimonials, all these testimonials, all these testimonials. This makes you trust me 1% more. True or true?
Sure.
True.
So for one thing, guys, this applies to every single business owner here. Your first pin post should be your client testimonials. Okay. Number 2 pin post should be a personal story. Okay. Social media in its roots are meant to connect people with other people. And the best way to connect people with other people is to share your story. Because guess what? Once I share my story, people relate with me more. And this is as easy as a carousel. I was once a college kid back in Nigeria. I was first studying agriculture. See all these big agricultural machines. When my passion was for computer science, but I was always with computers. I always loved computers. And then I touched the camera for the first time. Like, who? Okay. Then I applied to college and I got to college and I was coming to college from Nigeria. I took a bold step. And after I finished college in 3 years and the best in the class, I'm like, "Oh, I also did all those things. And oh, Heritage also accomplished so much. He got so much money from all these competitions. I also did those things. So people that relate with you will start to pick up on things that you have in common. And then they want to work with you more. So that's the purpose of the story highlights, the story pinned post. And this is easily done on Canva or any design software. Just if you can't do it, pay someone to do it for you. It takes like 20 minutes tops. Number 3 is your process post. By your process post, I mean when your ideal clients come to work with you. Okay? How do they understand what your process is? Guys, I know so much information. I've seen our faces already, starting to look dull. I know, guys, but trust me, this works. Number 3 is your process post. And this is a post that outlines the process step by step from start to finish if your ideal clients come to work with you. So I'll play mine real quick. Where's the audio?
A spatula.
Here are the 4 steps that we will take. First, we'll up on a call with you to generate your content war plan. Then we'll create 30 scripts. So if you're in a TC business, if someone comes to work with you, what are the first 3 things, 4 things, 5 things they'll do with you? First, to hop on a call, we'll dive through the deal. My team will underwrite the deal, make sure everything is proper. Next, we up on a call with the title company. We make sure all the things are well organized on their side. Third, we up on a call with the sellers to make sure everything's organized on their side. Fourth, we connect both of them together. Fifth, we keep following up until the deal is closed. Very simple. It's simple, yet most people don't do this and leave so much on the table. Making a post simply outlining your step-by-step process towards working with you gives people so much clarity before they also reach out to you. The next kind of post you should make is a post shouting out to two friends that invite you to cool podcast. So
Wow.
always make those kind of posts, guys. Shout out to you, Julian and Edwin.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So when it comes to making contents or having a profile that converts audiences into paying clients or customers or leads, these are the 5 things that need to be in place. I know that was so much information, guys, but
Super amazing.
exactly.
Wow. Wow.
Heritage, buddy, you just gave me, I guess you gave all of us a different view, a different, oh wow, like a different world of social media and marketing, right? Julie, I mean, you know, we do, like, for example, we did our Dubai event, right, a couple months ago. And we have some of the family here that helped us through, you know, Fatih, Ellie, Joe, and some other folks that were missing along the way. Had I known then what you just taught us now in the last half an hour, 45 minutes, I think we would have been in a complete different level. And not to say that what we did just for that event alone didn't succeed the way we expected it, because it did. But this marketing thing, my friend, you have got this nailed down to the very inch of success. So first of all, kudos to you, man, for coming this far along your journey and your path.
Thank you.
We, meaning we, Julie, myself, and everybody here, have a lot to learn from you.
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure that what you just hit on this little bit of time has been just the icing of the cake.
Yeah.
Or can we say, Julie, is it safe to say just the icing of one little piece of the cake?
Yeah.
Just that one little, you know, your thumb, and there goes that icing of the cake, just that little part right there, right?
Yeah.
So
it's fire, man. It's fire for sure. We love it.
yeah, and so I guess I won't continue, because I know we could be here till Christmas with you. We won't let you go. So we will definitely want to bring you back. But what we would like to do is give everybody here a chance to ask questions.
Yes.
And so, Julie, unless you have something else, otherwise, I'd like to open up some Q&As.
He knows how much I love him, so we don't want to take more of his time, but we want to answer the questions. I know Jacqueline had one and Jenny had her hand raised. So Jacqueline, if you want to unmute and ask your questions. Heritage, thank you, my friend. Love it.
Thank you so much for all the information. It was like the light bulb went boom.
Isn't it?
So amazing. I have 2 quick questions for you. One, I have 2 Instagram profiles. A
Nice.
professional one and a regular day-to-day, one. So should I have 2? I don't know. Someone told me, the person who created my second one, my business one, said, oh, create another one, but I feel like it's a lot. And then my second question is,
First, let's answer the first question.
okay.
So, more context. I have 2 profiles. I have 2 Instagram. No, I have like 5 Instagrams.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I have 5 Instagrams, but I don't recommend that to anybody else. I always recommend people to have just one Instagram, and that one Instagram is your personal and business Instagram. The reason why I say that is because when you deal with people, especially in business, nobody's dealing with your LLC. Nobody's dealing with your business. They're dealing with you. They're dealing with Jacqueline. They're not dealing with your LLC, know your S corp, your C corp, your partnership, your limited liability with you. Hence, your personal profile should be branded towards your business profile. And to a point where your personal profile gets big enough, then you can branch off and grow your business profile off your personal profile. So the reason towards me making my business profile is because I was grinding out so much content, and I thought to myself, how about I grow both at the exact same time? But my focus is still on my personal profile. My business profile is now hatching off of my personal profile. But the main thing I promote, my main focus is still my personal profile, because unless you're a Pace Morby that has multiple, that has a big audience, once you get to that point, then of course it makes so much sense to branch off to a business profile and intentionally grow that one with your entire audience. But when you're first starting out, your first couple of months, couple of years, it's always advisable to have just one profile. And when you feel like you've gotten big enough, then branch out to grow the second profile from the first profile. So your second question.
Thank you. And then someone told me that to go live on Instagram, you have to have 1,000 followers plus. How do you go from having 300 followers to 1,000 organically?
So that's a very good question. See it this way is how do you give 1,000 people value? No, you're at 300 right now. How do you give 700 people value such that they see you as someone they want to keep getting value from? So as opposed to getting followers, I would rephrase that question to be, how many pieces of content do you put out there every single week? So how many pieces of content do you put out every single week?
Well, now I was challenged to do at least once a day, put a video out there once a day.
But prior to this,
Oh, very like low key,
so every
very
single
low
person
key.
that has followed you so far is either a friend, your family, or they know a friend or a family of yours. So the more value you give to people, followers is a number that I think nobody in business should care about. It's nice to have, don't get me wrong. I have 200,000 followers, 500,000 followers, but all those things can be bought.
Okay.
Genuinely. If I wanted to have 100,000 followers, if I wanted to have as much followers as Space Mobi right now, it's probably cost me like a couple $100. But how I want everybody to see this is post valuable content that speaks to your ideal, that teaches somebody something that helps people, and then you'd find your tribe as you go through. So that's why I mentioned earlier that posting pictures of your dog, or you walking your dog, or you're in a garden, or you're in a coffee shop. What value do you give to anybody with that kind of content? But if you post content about you running your business day to day, a new learning you had, let's say you recently scaled a business from 100K to like 200K in a year. Oh, the 5 things I learned from doing that. It doesn't even have to be, you don't even have to scale business. If you're learning how to run your business, you can make a documentation of this is what I learned today. In business, you make sure you show up on time, you make sure you focus on marketing because marketing is the heart of any single business. You can make content that way as well, documenting your journey. So I will see it this way. Make content such that 700 people will see so much value in consuming your content as opposed to just focusing on getting 300 to 700 organically. Because the real answer is you could buy that for like $20.
Very good.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Jenny?
Oh, hi. This is awesome information. I do have a Instagram handle and I do have a lot of followers and I do follow you actually.
Awesome.
So I was aware of you and I think I have a few of the things that you mentioned on my page, but it needs improvement. I think the most important thing, I believe, for me, which I think I have all of it, I just have to pin them on the top, which is the testimonials. Like whenever I close a transaction at the closing table, everybody's happy, we're talking. I typically ask the buyer or the seller if everybody's together, well, what do you think? How did the process go? And I turn the camera on. I said, just tell me what you think. And it's the most honest testimonial. So I use it and I didn't pin it. I mean, that's something I should have done before. It's not there. And the other thing you mentioned is the FAQ. Oh my God, I could answer a trillion questions. And I do that every day long. Every day I do that. But it's not pinned to it's not there on that, what do you call that bubble? Something you call that bubble. What's the wrong thing?
It highlights.
Highlights, right. So, I mean, I need to change a few things. And I hire a company to do postings for me.
Awesome.
It's great. So they provide the content relevant, right? But like you said, I need to be more on the page, my face and my voice. I mean, I'm there, but not as much as I should be talking about real estate, you know.
Yes.
And I'm an agent here in Florida, so I I work here locally. So there's a lot for me to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's what is there anything else you can advise me really quickly? Maybe just one bit of advice. I know it's maybe a big question, but I'm sure you can critique something.
So I would have to review your profile and understand more about your goals before I could give any detailed advice. But I would say the conversion systems, if done right, that's like 80% of the work. If your entire profile is optimized to bring in the most people, that's a good way already. That's a good work, a good amount of work done.
That's what I need to do. I need to optimize.
You're on the right track, Jenny. On the right
Yeah,
track.
she
Thank
is.
you.
Plus, and you're following him, so DM him and you guys can set up a one-on-one and he can help.
Yes,
All
yes,
right.
we can do that. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much.
One last thing actually before I forget. So my team have set up, they've set up something, it's a freebie for people on this call today. And it's for people that opt in. And to simply opt in, you simply have to follow me on Instagram and DM me the word Julie, Julie. And the freebie essentially is a clarity worksheet that goes in depth on who you are, what you want to stand for, what you want to talk about on Instagram and social media in general, and how your marketing should be positioned. And with these clarity worksheets, it helps you go deep and deep and deep into your why. And that gives people so much clarity because social media is about clarity. The reason why people post pictures of their dog on social media thinking they made one post today is because they lack the clarity on what they're supposed to be posting. So sheets helps bring clarity. We call it our 7-figure content clarity worksheet. And that's a freebie that my team has prepared for every single person here. So if that sounds good to you, you think that would give you some value, find me on Instagram, billionaire Tay, just handsome face over here. Cough, cough.
Love it, love it.
Give me the word Julie, Julie.
Awesome. Thank you for that, Heritage. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you for dropping those jewels. We do have one more question. Joel wants to ask a question.
Yes, one question. It was great information, made a ton of notes. Thank you for that.
My pleasure.
And uh what is the best or what has worked the best CTA for you and how often should we do it?
Do you mean
The
CT
call to
call to actions for the videos or how what do you mean by call to actions?
yes, yes. For instance, you say post one once a day, right? Minimum. So you do the post one a day, but how often should we direct the customer on click the link below or remember to text the word Julie, something like that? What CTA has worked best for you? And
Yeah.
how often is there all right to do it? I don't, or should we do it every video?
Yeah. So see it this way. Once you provide people some value, of course, it's within 60 seconds to 2 minutes. You can't provide every single piece of value for people to be able to take action on what you're talking about. For example, let's say I want to teach people how to buy a house. I can't teach people how to buy a house in 60 seconds. It's impossible. What I can do is I could give a brief synopsis, a 30,000 square feet view, and I then say, comment the word house, and I will send you a full breakdown of how to buy your first property. Then that's valuable. So to answer your question, a call to action, in my own opinion, it could be used as many times as you want, so long as it gives people value. So you can for a call to actions, you can say follow for more, you can say like this video, you can say all these things. But the best call to actions that I've seen to work the best are the call to actions where you give people a valuable resource. Another example, let's say you're an underwriter that has underwritten multiple multi-million dollar deals, and you make a post saying how to underwrite in 3 simple steps. Of course, 3 simple steps does not compare to your tens of years in underwriting experience. So, what you can do to effectively give value is to make a document, make a spreadsheet, it's called a lead magnet.
Mhm.
Make this document and then offer it to people by saying, If you want to go deeper into what I just taught you today, comment the word lead magnet, comment the word sheet, and I'll send you a detailed worksheet that'll help you underwrite your first property.
Awesome.
So it could be used as many times as possible, as long as you're giving value. Or you could just say follow for more. That also works sometimes, but it's cooler if you give value.
Got it. Thank you very much. That was great.
Thank you, Joel.
Anybody else have questions?
I have a quick question.
Of course, Fatima.
Okay, I'm just gonna repeat. I'm gonna echo what everybody's saying. This was amazing information. I'm just here writing on cards, and I have several cards here, making notes of everything. Thank you so much, Heritage.
My pleasure.
I have been to Nigeria, by the way.
Awesome. Awesome.
I have been to Warri. Yeah, I
Work.
have been to Warri many years ago. My husband and I went there. We're ministers, so. And it was an amazing experience. Okay, my quick question is, I'm sorry, I don't think I understood very well when you were explaining to Jacqueline about the personal and the business accounts, to have just one. Because you said you should have just one because people are doing business with business. But at the same time, you said do not post a picture of your dog or your family. Can you clarify that for me, please?
So I said so to be fully clear, you could be like me and have 5 accounts. But at the exact same time, understand that I do this full time.
Okay.
Okay. And I make like 30 pieces of content per week for myself alone. And maybe like another 80 to 120 for people I serve, my clients I work with. Okay. So the entire notion was to have one account such that you could grow that account with all your intensity and build more personable bonds. So more context. There is a Instagram called Sub2. Who follows Sub2's Instagram?
People who are in sub 2?
Yes. I mean, yeah, but who here follows Sub2 Instagram?
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
yeah.
So 3 people, 4 people, nice. Who follows Pace's Instagram?
Yeah.
Almost everybody. Because people like Pace before they like Sub2. So see it this way. A brand is an association that one person has with another person or another thing or another object. For example, if you watch my videos, I post content twice a day teaching people about social media and how to make more content. If you watch all of my videos, you'll see that I always record with this hat. Who here noticed? This one hat. So it gets to a point where every single time you see Heritage on your phone, you see him with this hat. I bet you, I could bet $1,000. I could bet all this fake money that once we get to squad up 2026, in an audience of 4,000 people, you will see my hat on one chair. You look around and like, where's Heritage? I know Heritage is here. I know Heritage is here. Why? Because if you take me from the mix, you still have my hat. So it's all about me, not my hat. But when I get popular enough, people see my hat, they already see me as well. It's the exact same with your business. Once you grow your brand enough to a point where your business can disassociate itself with you, then people talk about Sub2 and then they say Pace Morby. But before Pace Morby was a big figure, people would say Sub2 and they'd be like, what the heck is Sub2? Like, who knew what Sub2 is? But people buy people first before businesses.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Very good.
Thank
Very
you.
good.
My pleasure.
It's really good.
Anybody else got some questions for Heritage? I mean, he is just full of social media, computer thing up there. I don't even know what else to call it at this point. He knows his things, guys. And just to give you guys a heads up, at some point in about a day or two, the videos will go up. We'll have it up there on Dropping Jewels. And you guys could go back and rewatch it again, because you have to understand that if you have a business, everybody understands that marketing your business is how you get your customers to actually know who you are. But how you market it, it's going to be how you grow your business. Just as knowledge and knowing that Heritage has dropped, even myself, I can tell you that it has changed the way I'm looking at my Instagram and my Facebook. And over the weekend, me and my account, we're gonna mingle for a while and trying to play, what Heritage has given us today here. So, guys, if you haven't taken note, again, we will post this video up for you guys to come back, and we have to have this guy back again. You heard from him, 5 businesses, successful businesses in 7 years, and now he is scaling the community, in the real estate community, with his social media.
Yes.
So before I pass it over to Julie, Heritage, I need to ask you, if somebody wanted to get a hold of you, if you say, for example, I'm just some person who just happened to run into this video about a month later, and I need your assistance, I need your education. How do we get a hold of you, my guy? How do we, request your services?
So, I have 3 main ways where I work with people. So, the first way is through my Done For You program. I have a Done For You service where my team works on every single thing we talked about today, your attraction and conversion system. And we work on every single thing from your profiles, your bio, your conversion system that brings people to convert, and your attraction system as well, such that everything from ideation, scripting, filming. I know we didn't touch content today. The attraction system is a whole different thing. The kind of content you post, it's a whole different ball game. So
That'll
everything,
be next time.
yeah. So everything from all those things, and to a point where it's all done for you. My team flies out to your location, and then we film a month worth of content in a couple of hours, and then they go back, they edit all the videos, they make it look nice, then post every single thing on repeat. It's like clockwork. So that's the first service, the most expensive one. And then we also have a new coaching program that we just made out of necessity, because a lot of people wanted to understand more and learn marketing to a deeper level, so they be able to use it for themselves and all their other businesses. So this is for people that have more time on their hands, but they also want to learn every single thing that we do for all the clients we work with, and all the free content we post online as well. So the coaching program is for 3 months. And that's kind of like the step down where you get all the value, all the knowledge, but at the exact same time, you get accountability. So for our folks that we have a program, for our program, it's actually unique because we have a challenge where if you post every single day, you get all your money back. It's a very funny thing. So
Nice.
that's a coaching program. And the third way is free of charge, because I follow Alex and Moses' principle. If anybody knows in here, it's give it all for free, it all comes back to you. So
Yes.
twice a day, every single day of the week, definitely on Sundays as well, I post content teaching people all the things that I'm using for myself and all the clients I work with. So giving value to
Very
people
good.
every single day. So that's the third way you can work with me. It's free of charge. So everybody should watch my content.
I love it.
Very good. Very good. Heritage, again, a wealth of knowledge, an extremely high level wealth of knowledge. Just this part alone of just marketing and fixing your profile and making it attractive enough for people to come and see who you are with accountability behind it. I mean, that alone is insane. Like, I would have never even thought about it in a million years with what Julie and myself do, and the rest of the folks on here, Heather, our beautiful Heather, Joe, Fatih, Ellie, and everybody else that are doing their business out there, Jacqueline and Jenny and everybody else. There's absolutely, I would have never thought of it, or actually would have ever saw it from your eyes, the way you just set this up. So, brother, thank you so much for just that alone.
Pleasure, sir.
Also,
Four thing.
we talked earlier, and I'll tell you again, blessings is big. Joel and me, we always have conversations about blessing, man. And to hear your success, where you came from, how you've done it, where you're at today, and where the good Lord is going to take you next, man, I can't wait to all of us be part of that journey. Like I said, this is your world. We're just riding with you, man. And so thank you for having us in it.
I appreciate you, sir. The pleasure is all mine, genuinely. I'm super
And
stoked to be here.
and we have to bring you back. You know you're coming back. So, flex all you want, go to the gym. I saw those guns, no big deal. You're coming back. So we're gonna
Yes,
bring you
sir.
back, my guy. So we're gonna keep picking your brain and we're gonna keep lifting this community of ours. This is the way Pace set it up. Of course, with Julie at the helms and Julie dragging me with her, and we're bringing the community up. So again, Heritage, thank you so much, man. And we will get in contact together, and I'm hoping everybody here had some education. If not, reach out to Heritage, and anybody that's watching this video, reach out to this guy. He is the true deal. He understands how this works, and willing and ready for him and his team to work with you guys. So, guys, thank you for coming, and Heritage again, thank you for being here.
Yes. One last thing. I put a
Yes,
link to
sir.
call with my team in the chat. So just to make sure that we know you're from this event, once we chat to my team, just say the word Julie. It's like a special code that we made on the back end. Once you say the word Julie, they will understand that you're from here and it will take care of you specially. So if you want things from optimizing your profile, going through the things we went through today, for more detailed one-on-one help with that, once you reach out, definitely just mention that word and we'll have something taken care for you.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. So just to piggyback on what Edwin said, thank you from the bottom of our heart, Heritage, for giving your time today. It is just amazing. And thank you all so much for coming back. I know we took a little hiatus there, but this is what we want to do. We want to provide value. So if you're getting value, please tell your friends to come and, to join it, join the Zoom. It's going to be on Tuesdays, except the last Tuesday of the month. 3 Tuesdays every month. We're trying to do this and provide value for everyone. Heritage, as Edwin said, we definitely want to have you back. The jewels you drop and just the 30 45 minutes, looking at the profile, the top 5 things, it's just amazing. And we got Surya here still awake in India over there and listening
That's
and
right.
so great questions. Thank you all for participating. This is what we do, how we give back to the community. So please, Jacqueline, share in the ring group, let them know what you've learned. Heather, I know you're going to do me solid in Georgia. Jenny, put some love in our Broward WhatsApp, and Dawn and Tanika, share in our Real Georgia group. Like, just put it in there. This is, we all our time's valuable, and the value that these guys bring in to us every day. It's just amazing. So thank you so
Yes.
much for that.
Yes. And one last thing, guys. I know this is so much, it's so much to implement. By 1000% guarantee that this will work for you if you implement this. If you implement all these things and even one person finds your business and brings you just one lead that brings you a $10,000 assignment fee, or brings you a $2,000 deal, or a large multifamily property, or an interested investor, or a motivated buyer, we all get what I mean. That would be a very good ROI on your time.
Yes.
So if
Yes.
the least, watch the content I make, learn, implement, all these things can be learned. But for my accountability, of course, we're open to that. But at least, guys, these things are so important. One last request, guys. Can we take a picture?
Yes.
I always
Come
love
on.
like
We
a
need
shout out.
makeup in here, please. Come on.
I know, Nina.
If your camera are turned
Thank
off,
God,
please turn them on. Nice,
thank
nice.
God I did my hair. My hair is done.
That I see you, man. Nice, awesome. If your camera are turned off, please turn
If
it
I
on.
knew, I'd have put some makeup on, lipstick, do my hair,
No, no, no.
Natural.
I like to be natural. I like the natural look.
the natural.
Awesome. Anybody turn their cameras on more? We have 4 more people. Turn your camera on. Turn your camera on. Turn your camera on.
Here we go. Here we
Oh,
go.
we missed.
Okay. So let's all do peace signs, and I'll take the picture in 3, 2, 1. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Nice. I'll share that with Julia. I should share it with everybody else. If you want to take more pictures as well, just take them right now. That
There
was
you go.
an awkward wait. Love that. Love that. Love that.
Awesome.
All right.
Guys, thank you. Before I pass it on to Julie, thank you for being here tonight. She Julie did say, Siri, I think he left, but this guy was
Still
a
here. He's
trooper.
still here.
He's still here.
Uh,
It has to be about 4:30 in the morning in India, and he's rocking with us. So,
Yes.
buddy, thank you. There he is. Thank you for rocking with us, man. Much love and much respect for hanging out with us, man. I
Anytime.
know you.
I
I know
mean,
you're
I mean,
tired. So
it's all for my personal benefit, you know. I mean, actually, I'm thankful to you all guys, like for keeping me here, you know. I mean, I have learned really unique and really new lessons from this heritage guy. Thank you so much, heritage. I mean, you have shown me a really unique ways, you know, to looking at this profile, all different profiles and posting these things to all the social media platforms. So yeah, I'll implement. I'll try. You know, and if I need anything, I'll definitely contact you.
Of
Thank
course.
you.
Thank you so much, my friend.
awesome. See you next Tuesday, Siri.
Bye,
Yep,
guys.
sure.
Have a great night.
Bye,
Love
y'all.
you all.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Jules.
Take care, guys.
Bye,
Bye.
y'all.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey,